I know that I've been MIA again for a month, and this time I have a pretty good reason though. I've been in Utah, and now after like a month we're getting ready to go back, and we're packing. There's the other suitcase somewhere right there. And we're just watching Marcus Butler and Alfie's videos. So I really like them.
Alfie, what you done? This is
you said I could be in your video.
My video, yeah. No. Anyway, hello.
So like I was saying, we are getting ready to leave. So let me show you what it's looking like outside. So because I didn't necessarily know how long I was going to be coming for, I packed several like beauty products, and I'm going to be showing you kind of my essentials and kind of like my all-time favorite products that I brought with me on the trip. You may think it was a lot to bring, but I would rather come prepared than not be prepared at all. So these are the products that I ended up sticking with from like December 2012 until January, almost February. So if you want to know what my favorite products were, like I said, I didn't know what I was gonna bring, and everything that I brought was in this bag that I got for Christmas as an early Christmas gift. And I think she bought it at Ulta, so if you want it, you can go get it there. As far as priming my face and stuff goes, I brought the Aveeno Positively Radiant Moisturizer with me, and the Avon Solutions Vibes. I also brought my Sephora Base Perfecting Ultra Smoothing Primer and the Benefits Porefessional as my two primers. For foundations and face wise, I brought the MAC Match Master Foundation and my Garnier BB Cream, which I love using both of these combined. And I also brought the NARS Sheer Matte Foundation just in case I wanted more of a full coverage type of look. I brought the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and my Benefit powders paste. I only brought 3 powders, and they were the L'Oreal True Match Powder and my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural and the Rimmel Stay Matte in Translucent, which is one of my all-time favorite powders as well. It's really sheer and light, and you don't really feel like the cakiness of powder every time you apply it, or to kind of like get rid of the shininess. As far as cheek stuff goes, I have 3 Holy Grail products that I always come back to no matter what. I always use these products. The first one to contour and to use as a bronzer, kind of blush and blunt. I kind of always go over it with MAC's Mineralized Blush in Lovejoy to kind of accentuate it a little bit more. And then more of on the apples of my cheeks, I use MAC's Mineralized Blush in Gleeful, which is more of a pink with like golden undertones. And I really like products, this. I always bring or use my clear mascara. I kind of use that to kind of comb the eyebrows in place, and I kind of use it as a primer before I apply any other things on it. I also brought my e.l.f. cream liner in Coffee, which is what I usually use to kind of fill them in or create the recently outline. Also got some Anastasia products, so I got some tinted brow gel and the for eyes brow powder. My only primer that I brought in my Holy Grail primer is MAC's Paint Pot in Painterly. I found it kind of easier to bring eyeshadow palettes just so I won't be carrying a lot of single eyeshadows around. So I'm going to start with the smallest ones. The first one was my Sephora Trio and Sunbake No. 2, which just kind of looks like this. As well as my L'Oreal Quad in Lavender Smokes, which is just perfect for kind of like a pop of color. And for bigger palettes, I only brought 2 big palettes, and they were my Naked 2 by Urban Decay, which you already know what it looks like. It's pretty and has a bunch of neutrals in it. And the last one that I brought was my MAC palette, which I customized, and it mainly brings neutrals as well with some pop of colors in there included. And the other 2 I left behind at home, so it's not a full palette. As eyeliners go, I brought my Maybelline gel eyeliner, and my Revlon Color Stay kind of felt tip marker eyeliner, which is the one that I've used a lot since I got here. And for pencils, I brought my MAC Graph Black Technical Liner in, what color is this? Oh, it's Graph Black. Just kidding. So it's just the black liner. And I also brought my Pro Glide Intense Eyeliner in Designer Purple, which is one of my all-time favorite eyeliners. I don't really use mascara, but I knew there was going to be some kind of like special events or kind of holidays where I would want to use mascara, so I only brought two. I brought my Smashbox Hyper Lash Mascara and my Clinique Lash Doubling Mascara, and they're both small sizes, so they were perfect for traveling. Lips go, I only brought 5 lip products with me, 3 lipsticks and 2 kind of moisturizers. I brought the Sugar Lip Treatment in the original form, and I brought the other Sugar Lip Treatment in Rose, which is just kind of like a tinted moisturizer for lips. Lipstick in Up the Amp, which is just this really pretty purple pinky lipstick, kind of like lavender. The next one is Revlon's lipstick in the color Soft Rose, which is just a neutral. The last one that I brought was the Sonia Kashuk lipstick in the color Plum Wine, which is just a deep berry kind of wine color. Lastly, as tools, I brought my MAC eyelash curler and a Revlon pair of tweezers to kind of keep up with my eyebrows. I like to be prepared, and I knew that I was also going to be doing makeup because we had kind of a family thing coming up. So the first one that I brought was my MAC 190 brush, which is just a synthetic kind of foundation brush, but I use this to apply primer and moisturizer to prep the skin before makeup. I also have one of my all-time favorite foundation brushes ever, which is the e.l.f. powder brush, which is just the flat top one. And I really like this one a lot. To set my foundation, or for powder purposes, I brought the Sonia Kashuk powder brush from one of the sets, and the e.l.f. powder brush as well. For blush, I kind of like to use, I use this e.l.f. dollar angled brush for contouring. And for blush, I use the Real Techniques blush brush. There's a lot of brushes that I brought, but my all-time favorites are this Sephora kind of blending brush that came in a set. It also brings the angled brush and this smudge brush as well. I also brought this Real Techniques brush for my concealer and this Sally Girl brush for kind of precision and blending out more in the crease, and I really like it because it's really fluffy and pink.